to quickly call for these clips and sit and analyze word by word, interpret word by word, and come to tell Kenyans if Majimbo Kalasinga is safe or not. If the candidate who is not a Fort Kenya candidate on the ballot is safe or not. It's unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen, that my speaker chose to use a village delegates meeting to discuss the issues of a member of parliament and what he does in parliament. In vernacular, he spoke about what I do. He brought me so low that I poorly do my work on the floor of the house, according to him. I do not dispute you, my party leader. Maybe you are right, but maybe we are not on the same side of the schools of thought. When you want to analyze what Majimbo has spoken in parliament, Mheshimiwa Moses Masikama Wetangula, you are my speaker and you have records at your disposal. My first statement in the parliament was I rejected the finance bill of 2023 because actually fuel, when you increase fuel, you are touching on every part of life. I rejected the finance bill. That is the first thing that I did wrong according to you. Secondly, I went to reject the finance bill of 2024, where Gen Zs died. We had a lot of bloodshed. I said no to it. Because when I went through the finance bill, I saw that the burden with which Kenyans are on currently does not allow a country to add more burden on it. Thirdly, my party leader, I want to address you because you addressed me. I've chosen to address you in English because you addressed me in Kibukusu, which will be interpreted. The third thing I rejected in parliament, my party leader, is I rejected the leasing. Your word leasing, me is called selling of Nzoia Sugar Company. You told us that you are leasing Nzoia for 30 years. To a person who is 40 years or 50 years, 30 years more is like selling because he will die before it comes back. And you have not disclosed to Kenyans the agreement, the contract of lease. Maybe after 30 years, he will again extend another 30 years. Or maybe after 30 years, the factory will be dissolved. We are not telling us. Nobody knows that contract, my brother, my party leader. You said, and the agreement, and it was, I've never seen in this country, where the sale of a very, very important item in an institution like Nzoia can be sold on a weekend. The chairman was harassed to come and hand over the factory on Saturday. What was it so bad that you rush and have it sold on Saturday? When now I went to address the issues affecting people who voted for me, the farmers, you told me that the farmers will be paid all their dues. Up to now, as I address this meeting, farmers have not been paid their money. Workers have not been paid their salary, and on top of that, as if adding insult onto injury, they have been given letters to vacate Nzoia Company. In other words, they have been told their contracts are done. The Indian who took over Nzoia Sugar, who bought Nzoia Sugar from government. I want my brother, my party leader, who addressed me in vernacular, to ask the president, because he's a friend to him, on the same soils of Nzoia, the president told us that Rai would either go to heaven, go back to his home, or do what? Or go to jail. Now, the man who was supposed to go to heaven, who was supposed to go to jail, or who was supposed to go back to his Indian country, is the one who bought it from us in Nzoia Sugar, from the soil that the president was speaking. What ironical could that be? You want your member of parliament in Majimbo to be clubbing and be a choir master to a person like that who doesn't respect his own words? I'm not a type, my party leader. I've chosen to address this issue.